Well, good morning and welcome to the Conscious Life Expo. You're in Los Angeles, California. How are you? Thanks. I'm Robert Perella, and I'm here to introduce Mabel Katz, who I think is absolutely one of the most preeminent people who speaks on abundance, oponopono, what that means to us, to have a sense of connectedness and growth and a sense of expanding your awareness. There is an infinite intelligence that is all around us, and all we have to do is just tap into it. We want our life to be abundant, right? And abundance is our duty. It is our right. It is what we're here for, to grow and prosper. Let Mabel take you to a place of love, hope, and wonder. Please welcome the very lovely Mabel Katz.
Thank you for your kind words. So how are you guys? Thank you so much for coming. Like the airline said, I know you have many choices. Thank you for choosing Mabel Katz. So how are you? So I don't like to be up here much, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So again, thank you so much for coming. Who doesn't know anything about Ho'oponopono? Okay. So you just like the name and you said, sounds interesting. Okay, so let's say that first we'll say that Ho'oponopono is a very ancient Hawaiian art of problem solving that says that there is actually nobody out there doing anything to us. Can you believe it? Not even Trump. It's not out there. So what is going on in us that these things are happening? What is going on in us that I attract these things in my life? What is going on in me that I don't have a job, or I don't have money, or my relationship left me, and I want you to know that the responsibility I'm talking to you here is not guilt. I'm not telling you, you guys are guilty, that's why. Okay? No, responsibility actually will set you free. Yes, guilt will make you feel awful, yes? It is an awful feeling. Actually, it's not uplifting. But responsibility will actually set you free. Why? Because responsibility gives you the power or the control back to you. Okay? When you blame somebody, when you put the blame on somebody else, you are giving the power to them. Now you depend on them to change.
That was applause.
I start again. So who doesn't know about hope? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what it made for me to realize I was 100% responsible. It made me feel free for the first time in my life. Because the decision that I made in that moment was, or the realization that I had in that moment was, oh, if I created it, if it's really inside of me, I can change it. Yeah? So since I was a little girl, I was really independent. I started making money when I was little because I didn't want to depend on anybody. So I started selling comics, magazines in Argentina and things like that. So I was always, looking for ways of being independent. So, but for the first time in my life, I felt really, really free when I found out I was 100% responsible. So Ho'oponopono tells me that I am 100% responsible, and if there is something in my life that doesn't work, all I have to say is, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that created this. It doesn't make me a sinner, okay? It doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me responsible for the programs. It's like when you go to the movies, yes, and you see the screen, and the movie is not there. We engage, we cry, we get emotional, but we know the movie is not there. What we need to do, especially in these times of change, is to wake up and realize that everything is just the movie. So if we realize that it's just the movie, we can change this world. If we keep reacting, if we keep blaming, if we keep thinking that is another one out there that needs to change, we don't have a chance. We don't have a chance. But if we take responsibility, we can really, really change the world. And this is the time that we cannot engage with fear. It's very important that we don't engage, that we don't buy into fear, yes? Because right now, when you turn on the TV, that's all they sell you, yes? It looks like things are going worse and how we are gonna do it, but the opportunities and the possibilities out there, if you are willing to take responsibility, if you are willing to look inside instead of, out there, there are infinite. We are in a moment in time that, it's hard to explain it with words, and it's hard to comprehend it from the intellect side, yes? But these are amazing times. And if we are here, is not only in this room, okay? But if we are on earth right now at this time, if we chose to be, because we actually chose to be, is because each one of us has something that is very important for this change, for this evolution. So it's so important that we wake up, that we do what we came to do, that we love ourselves, that we accept ourselves just the way we are. Because if we become happy people, usually when you do what you love, you are happy. Yes? If you work for the money, no. But if you find that, that passion of yours, it will be what you really came to do. So nobody said that we came to suffer. Nobody said we came to work for the money. But those are the programs. So Ho'oponopono works on programs. What are the memories? What are the programs that we have downloaded from the beginning of creation? What we call problems are not what is really happening or is in front of us. They are just memories, and the intellect will never know. And the beautiful thing is that we don't need to know. We don't need to understand. We need to become humble. We need to become humble and know that there is a part of us that knows. And all we have to do is let go. Letting go is very easy. You will not believe me, but it's very easy, but first I need to convince you, that you are responsible. And I said, okay, Mabel, so how do I do it? Well, it's very easy to do. Life is decisions. So everything depends on the decisions that we make. Yes, the elections that we do, and everything really is up to us. We are creating our own reality. So it depends if we engage and react or we let go. So engaging and reacting is the opposite of letting go, okay? And engaging and reacting bring more. That is called resisting. What we resist persists. And we don't realize thinking is resisting. Hello? Thank you for coming. So thinking is resisting, okay? Engaging with the emotion is resisting. But the thing is, we do it. It's kind of normal for us, yes, to do that. So we just do it. We just keep doing it. It's normal. Thinking is an addiction. We are all addicted, yes, but it's an accepted addiction, yes? We all do it. It's natural. It's kind of the common, the everyday thing. And we just take it like for granted. Yeah, the worrying is resisting too. So what you resist persists. So Ho'oponopono is about letting go. Ho'oponopono is about what is it in me that is attracting this, and that can really change my life. So Ho'oponopono, 100% responsibility. Yeah, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that created this. But you don't even have to repeat all that. You just can say thank you. So the I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever is in me that created this is being replaced by thank you. It's being replaced by I love you. It's being replaced by many, many different tools, we call it, yeah? And what we are doing is, when we say thank you, we are taking responsibility and we are saying I'm sorry. And we are allowing a part of us to take care of our problems. And when you do this, you will be amazed of what happened. You will be amazed because things just resolve by themselves. Because we got ourselves out of the equation, yes? We were the problem in the first place. Problems are not the problem. The problem is how we react to the problem. So, Ho'oponopono, we don't set goals. Yeah, my goal is to be at peace. My goal is to be happy, not to have problems. You know, I'm doing this because I'm not going to have problems, because I will have everything. I will attract always the perfect people. Yeah, but you know what? The perfect people are the ones that press your button. You know, it looks like we are plenty of buttons, yes, and they know how to press them. I don't know. It's like a talent they have, yes. They know when to show up and what to do and what to say, yes? So if I'm conscious enough, if I'm present enough, I will choose to let go. But if I'm asleep, I'm going to keep blaming. I'm going to keep thinking it's somebody else. And I still do it. I want you to know that. It's not like I don't react anymore and I don't think and I don't worry, okay? It's that as soon as I can, I go back to let go. As soon as I can, I go back to let go. I just don't want to do it on my own. I don't want to do it alone. I don't want to do it my way. I really want to do it God's way. And, you know, we are stubborn. And we still think we know. And we still try to do it, you know, the way we learn, because we think that's the way. But when you really trust, yeah, because letting go is easy, from the point of view of Ho'oponopono, yeah, just saying thank you. Can you say thank you? Thank you. Everybody can do that, yes? Okay, no discrimination here. So the thing is, are you gonna really let go? Are you really going to trust? And for me, trusting, it was like a new muscle here, yeah? That I had to start practicing. Yeah, because right now we don't trust. And we think we are alone. So it's something that you need to start practicing. It's another part kind of the brain. So another thing that we do with the thank you and the I love you in Ho'oponopono is stopping the left hemisphere. Yeah, the intellect. I call it the crazy of the house. You know, that one that does never stop. And I want you to know, I'm reading a book right now that the crazy of the house, he calls it the inner roommate. And you know what he says? Just invite one day, a Sunday, invite your inner roommate to sit in the living room with you. And allow your inner roommate just to talk, yeah? He says, you will not see, you know, you will be waiting for the time that this part of you leaves, and you will never invite this part back. Okay, it's non-stop. So if I would explain it to you in a scientific way, how many of you read Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, My Stroke of Insight? Okay, so she has a stroke in the left side of the brain. She loses completely the left hemisphere to the point that she needs rehabilitation. That means she had to learn how to walk and how to talk and how to eat and everything. But she remembers everything. So the first thing she says that when she realized what was happening to her, because she's a brain specialist. So the first thing that she noticed is that our bodies is not what we think it is, but the bodies is like a fluid, and the fluid melts with absolutely everything. So she couldn't tell where her body started and where it finished. Can you believe? Maybe we are all one. Maybe we are all one. One thing that I can tell you from the Ho'oponopono point of view is when you change, everything changes. We are not that little, that small. When you erase, yes, because we call about erasing these memories and programs, it gets erased from everybody. This work is profound. Humbly, I'm telling you. It's hard to explain to an intellect. It's profound. We will never know the changes or the things that we avoided from coming. Yeah? Very, very important. Okay, so one of the things that she says is that this part of us is really comic. Okay? She says that it's always talking and it's always making stories, whatever. You see something, see a person, see something happens, and it makes a story. So she is the one, and this is a scientist, that she tells the left brain, because now she's not asleep anymore, yeah? So she realizes. You have to realize these are your own stories you are telling yourself. So what she says to this part of her is, thank you, but no thank you, I'm not buying. Yeah? So we have to, the only ones that can stop this is us. To create these stories and to buy them, yeah? Or to engage with them. Just realizing it's just the movie, it's just a story. It's not totally what our intellect is telling us. So the other thing she says that many times we have like a circuit, many times there are people like needs to get mad every day to somebody, otherwise you don't feel right in your body, you don't feel alive. I have to get upset at something. Who will be today, yeah? His turn, yeah? Because otherwise, so again, it's an addiction. It's a way of seeing things. So Ho'oponopono helps me to be more present so I can change my perception, yes? So I cannot help it to engage, yes, to think it's the other person. But again, at least for me, because I know this works, is I go back to letting go as soon as I can. And how did I start trusting? It was a decision. I started telling myself, if something scary happened, yes, or if I didn't know where to run, I would say, I let go and trust. I let go and trust. I let go and trust. So that is also, thank you, but no thank you, and I'm not buying. How do we stop this intellect? How do we stop the stories? How will we stay present? And the most important is how do we give our promise to a part of us that knows better? And it's not the intellect. Our intellect doesn't know anything. So becoming humble, very important. Being willing to let go. Being willing not to that need of being right or having the last word. Yeah, it's a waste of time, a waste of energy. Yeah. So some of you maybe never heard of me. Some of you were new to Ho'oponopono, never heard. So how a tax accountant, I was a tax accountant here in Los Angeles, is here, yeah, today talking to you. I don't have a degree, yeah, to do this. I write books that people said, your book changed my life. How come if I never took a training about writing, book writing? So one thing that I really want to ask you, and I want you to be honest with yourself, yes? What is it that you are waiting to do what you love? To trust that you can do what you love and make a living out of it. That you don't have to set goals, that you can go with the flow, yeah? That you know that you are not alone. What are you waiting for? And I'll tell you why, because I know that we are always telling stories to ourselves. Yeah, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough education, I don't have, yes? I don't have the money. But you know, if it's something that you have to do, it's gonna happen. So, a person that saved my life is here in this room, and is my son Jonathan. He's more famous than me because he's in all my books and all my interviews when they ask me, how did you change? So one day my son Jonathan talked to me the way I used to talk to him. Yeah, angry, frustrated, yes? And when I saw him, he was a mirror. I saw myself. Yeah, and I don't know what he told me. I don't know what he was mad about. That part I don't remember. I remember him, yeah? So when I saw him, this is what it went through my mind. I said, he learned that from me. That's not what I wanted to teach him. Mabel, you have to do something. Exactly like that. I will never forget. It was in a second I have those three thoughts. And that day I made a decision. Why I talk about decisions? Because today I can tell you life is about decisions. That's it. That's why when parents come and tell me, well, but you have to discipline your kid and you have to tell them what is right and wrong. And I said, no, you have to show them that it depends on their decisions. Yeah, that's life. Yeah, if I do my homework or if I don't, there are consequences, but no punishments. Because life is what is punishing us all the time. No, there are consequences. life is consequences of the decisions. If I do, if I don't, if I talk, if I don't talk, everything. Okay. So the day that I made that decision, a lot of seminars started showing up in my life. I only knew about seminars for continuing education. I had to go and know about the tax law and the changes, and I needed the certification to keep my license, you know. I didn't know about these weird expos, okay? And all these weird things about, you know, self-help and spirituality. I didn't know anything about spirituality. So a whole new world opened up for me. And I'm going to tell you, for the first time in this lifetime, I was happy. I don't know, my heart started opening. It was like, oh my goodness, I found something. I found something important. So one thing, you know, takes you to the next. I saw, in all the work that I did, I saw a lot of drama. Still, drama, engaging, blaming, and all that stuff, still our programs, yes? Our addictions. And I had a little voice that kept saying, there has to be an easier and faster way. There has to be an easier and faster way. And one day I took, you know, one thing takes you to the next. I was attracted to go and take the Ho'oponopono course. I flew to Omaha, Nebraska to take my first training. I met who was my teacher for over 10 years, Dr. Ihalia Kalahulen. And I didn't realize the first time or the first seminar that was the easiest way I was looking for. But I felt attracted. And to tell you even more, I had taken the training for many, many times. And I went to him one day and I said, I clean, because in Ho'oponopono we talk about cleansing, yeah? So he said, and I said, I clean, this doesn't work. But I was taking the training again, yes? I learned to just go with the flow instead of listening to this. So that day, he didn't say anything. He didn't try to convince me. Yeah, these words, you know, and what are you doing? No, he didn't, nothing. He said nothing. But that day, before the training started, I remember we were in San Diego, he looked at my eyes and he said, no expectations. So this experience had two parts that are very important to notice. First of all, he didn't go into convincing. He waited to know exactly what he needed to tell me, not from his intellect. Yeah, he didn't come from intellect. He allowed inspiration to come through him, because I'm telling you, when he told me no expectations, I got it. And since that day, I can tell you, Ho'oponopono works every time. What happened is it doesn't work the way we expected sometimes. And so I have to keep letting go. It's when I need to keep letting go and trusting more. Yeah, I receive emails all the time. Oh, Mabel, I tried it. I must be doing something wrong. I say, how could you do this wrong? Just, there is no way, okay? So, but you have to let go of expectations. So when he told me no expectations, I'll tell you what I realized in that moment. I said, expectations are also my programs. Expectations is the part of me that is talking and say, how come if you're doing Ho'oponopono, look, you know, you don't have this, you attract that, and this doesn't work. But I tell you, the more that you let go and the more that you trust, you won't believe your life. So I want you to know, if you look at my calendar, I don't set things from 2 years from now or things like that. I really, really go with the flow. I know that I'm going to go in October, November, always, like I do my tour in Europe and maybe Asia, maybe Israel. But I will not do it till I come in the summer, and then the puzzle starts, yeah? I learned to live in the present, and I'm loving it. Not being able to worry about the future, just know that everything I have is this. That I don't have to, because somebody will take care of that, and because the future will be the present anyway. So if you live moment by moment, our problem is we are never present. We are always worrying, yeah, usually engaging with our memories. Engaging with the emotions, past, yeah, somebody pressed that button that or worrying about the future. So if I'm conscious enough and I'm present, I can choose differently. I have expectations. I want you to know I still have fears. I still have worries. But I'm aware. So don't wait till, I don't have any more fear, now I'll do it. Yeah? No, you have to go through the fear and do it anyway, knowing that you are not alone. So this is what I call really the easiest way. I don't have to worry. I just have to take action from inspiration. Many times Ho'oponopono gets confused because we think we don't take action. And I'm an action person. I'm all the time taking action. Yes? But hopefully more from inspiration. And the things that I call bad or how come, I know there are opportunities to let go. And like I said, I engage still. But as soon as I can, I let go. I wouldn't be alive if I didn't find this. First of all, if Jonathan wouldn't have waken me up, I knew, because I had these conversations before Ho'oponopono, where I said, I'm going to bring myself a cancer or something, or so much anger, and so much frustration. I knew it, yeah? So I'm going to share something with you. When I started working with Dr. Ihaliakala, I attracted candida, that for us women very uncomfortable, yeah? And even doctors don't know really how to treat it, or at least I'm talking about many years ago, maybe now they do. And you could have thought, how come, you are with Dr. Ihaliakala, you're doing Ho'oponopono, I mean, this doesn't work, yeah? But one day he was meditating and he told me, I know why this came, he told me, because what actually was coming down, what was going to manifest, yes? It was cancer in the colon. So I'm not saying you believe me, but when he told me that, it didn't surprise me. I knew I was going to attract a cancer, because that's what we do to ourselves, yeah? The anger, the resentment, the blaming, the thing. We are doing it to ourselves. So when he told me, I was not surprised at all. So the candida went, I don't know, a cancer in the colon, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not, yes? So I'm telling you, Ho'oponopono can save life, but I think the most important is Ho'oponopono can change the world humbly. I have a World Peace Campaign, and I totally believe. Because could you imagine a world where we all would take responsibility instead of blaming? Yeah? Where you would do what you love, and you would trust yourself. You will accept, you will love yourself just the way you are. If we would be, can you imagine if we would be happy? What would happen? Did you realize the days that you are happy, everything kind of flows? And it looks like everybody's happy that day. Oh, yes? But those days that you wake up angry or worry or something, it looks like everything goes worst, yeah? So could be that we are 100% responsible, that there is something inside of us attracting this, that the ones that we need to change is just us. So this is about becoming an observer. And we heard this from so many authors and so many speakers. And the good news, I'm going to tell you the good news about it. Truth is only one. There is only different ways. You have to find yours. It could be Ho'oponopono or not. Maybe it's too easy for you. But if you do it, if you trust, you wouldn't really believe your life, and you suddenly become happy, and suddenly you allow the flow to take you. Yeah. So amazing things. I can tell you so many stories, but I would like to know questions, because that will also help me. Yeah. What questions you have? Too clear or too confusing, this thing?
Okay, say you're working with somebody else.